everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very good, and in this video I'm going to show you how to babysit. No, I'm kidding. You must have read the title. I'm going to talk about Inatur's newly launched foundations. So if you're not aware, then Inatur is an Indian skincare brand. It's an Ayurvedic skincare brand, and they've recently ventured out into makeup as well. First they launched kajals, which I've already reviewed and you can watch it here, and now they have launched the foundations in 7 different shades, out of which 4 shades I already have. So this video is going to be divided into segments. First you'll see the swatches, then how I use them, and then the wear test, and lastly I'll give you my 2 cents on how I like the product. And I hope you like the video, and if you do, then please do subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Share it with anybody who would love to try the product or would really want to know the review. And I think we should really get into the video now. So first I'm going to show you the swatches of all the 4 shades that I have, that is 04, 05, 06, 07. The first one that I will be swatching is 05, but let me show you the packaging first. So it comes in a glass packaging like this, and it has a simple cardboard packaging, outside packaging, and it comes with a pump which makes it really easy to use. The shade that I'm swatched here is 07. Now this is 06. These are the 2 dusky shades. This is 05, and the last shade is 04. Now I will be showing you how exactly I used these shades for my makeup. So I'm starting with 05 as the main shade, as basically the base, and I've taken a pump and I'm going to dot it around my face. So when you dot it around, you dot the foundation around your face, you basically tend to get the maximum coverage, and this foundation gives you medium coverage. So it's a buildable medium coverage foundation. You can definitely share it down, but you can build it up only to medium coverage. It's not a full coverage foundation, and that's personally what I like. I'm not a full coverage foundation person, so for me this works wonderfully. And then I'm going to use shade 04 and 5. I'm going to mix together because shade 04 has the undertone is way too peachy, and I like to use my highlighters with a tad bit of yellowness to it as well. So I'm going to mix these 2 foundations to create a customized highlighting shade, and I'm going to use this on my eyelids, under my eyes, the inner corners, to make sure that the area is catches the light and looks good and not dull at all. So that's what I'm doing here, and then I'm going to blend it with a blender. I am a blender person, but if you like working with a brush, then this will blend in with the brush beautifully as well, so don't worry about that. Next I'm going to take shade 08 to do contour, basically carve out my cheekbones, the jawline, and basically make my features a little bit more sharper. So I'm using my hands here, but you can absolutely use your use brushes if you want, or you can use your fingers if you want, whatever is your preference. I just went with the flow and used my fingers. So yeah, that's all I've done. For my cheekbones, I will blend it upwards. For my jawline, I will blend it downwards. And for my forehead, I will again blend it upwards. So basically, you have to create a shadow so that it lifts up your face. And this is how it looks once it's all done. And then off camera, I did the remaining makeup. And this is the final look for that day. Alrighty, so it's time for the wear test. I've already done the makeup for last half an hour or so, and right now it's 1:40 p.m. so the makeup is more or less the same. I will keep checking in at different time intervals to let you know how the foundation is keeping up. And right now, baby Vanisha and Bua are going for a quick food break, and then we'll check in. Alrighty, so it's 4:20 p.m. right now, and this is how my makeup is holding up. This is how it looks. So far, so good. It has that bit settled down in my smile lines, if you can see, and I'm personally okay with that. Almost all foundations do that to me, so personally no issue.
and also I didn't use any primer. So if you are somebody who has an issue with, you know, foundation settling down in your fine lines, then I would recommend using a pore filling primer so that you have that smooth texture. I also have not used any setting spray to prolong the wear, and I think so far so it's doing pretty good, but it's been only approximately 3.5 hours, which is a decent time. So we will test it out for longer duration. But there's one thing that I really want to mention, that when I was layering up the foundations, the layer underneath didn't really move, which is a very good thing, because if you put on something on your foundation and the foundation starts moving, then your makeup wouldn't look good. So this is one quality that every foundation should have, and this foundation has that, so I'm very happy. Even when I was applying powder products over it, like the blush and the highlighter, it was intact, it didn't move, and I'm very happy with that. Also, the glow this foundation gives in this camera, the other camera, my mirror, everywhere, the skin is looking really good. Of course, if you have some texture, that texture will come through, that cannot be hidden, but overall the finish is really good. I personally have been loving it so far, but we still have some more time to test it out, so we'll wait for that. So it's almost 6 p.m. right now, and I was about to change and step out to run some errands. So I thought, let's just do a quick check-in before I do that. And this is how the makeup is holding up. It pretty much looks the same to me. The foundation is doing a good job. In fact, all the products that I've used are working really good together, and the final look is pretty amazing, even still after so many hours of the makeup. So yeah, so far so good. I will be checking back again once, and then I'll give you the final verdict. So yeah, I'll see you back very soon. Okay, so I'm back and it's almost 7:45 p.m. right now, and this is how the makeup looks. It looks pretty good from far off, but when you come closer, it definitely has settled deep into the smile lines. But that's like, personally, I don't have an issue with that, because that will eventually happen, you know. And apart from that, if you come further close, you see that the foundation is pretty much still intact. It's not has broken down, and this is the area where the foundation generally breaks down, but you can see it's pretty good. And you can check my forehead as well. That's pretty up close, guys, so you'll see all the texture and everything. So yeah, let's get into focus back. Yep. So yeah, it's done. I have to remove all this makeup now. I'm so tired, and once I've done that, I will share with you the final feedback and what exactly I think of the product in a bit. So yeah. Alrighty, so the makeup is off and it's a little bit late in the night. Everybody is asleep. That's why this is the perfect time to share my detailed review, because there won't be a lot of noise in the background. Especially Vanisha won't be cooing and making her cute noises. So yeah, coming back to the point, this is where I give you my 2 cents about the product. Now, I've already mentioned that Inatur is an Ayurvedic skincare brand, and their entire philosophy revolves around natural ingredients and things which are available naturally, you know. When they launched their kajals as well, if you go through the ingredients list of kajal, it's very simple. The ingredients are good for your eyes, nothing chemically, nothing that's going to harm you or your eyes, you know. So I personally love that idea, and when I imagine Inatur coming up with their own makeup line, I was somewhere assured that, you know, they are not going to use anything nasty. And the same thing continues with the foundation as well. The ingredient list is satisfactory. Of course, there are going to be color pigments, but these are safe. These are not something that you know, may cause any irritation, allergy. Of course, it can vary from individual to individual, but at large, the ingredients used are safe and as far as possible natural as well. Now, coming to the price point, it's a little steep, honestly. As a consumer, if I say, then $14.99 for a foundation for me individually is a little steep. And of course, this can vary individually. Some may feel it's very cheap, some may feel it's too much. I will say it's just a little on the higher side. It's not too much, it's not too less. It's a bit on the high side for me, just a bit. So yeah, now keeping all of that, all the facts aside about the ingredients and the you know, the pricing point, coming to the actual product now. I did mention that the layering up wasn't an issue at all, and which is a very good uh, aspect you need to consider when you're picking your foundation. Also, another bit that I felt that on the back of my hand, I felt that it did oxidize a bit, but on my face throughout the day, there was no oxidization. So I was pretty happy, and I am a little puzzled also how did that happen, but it didn't oxidize on my face, and I'm good to go, and I'm happy with that fact. It does have a good staying power as well. It stayed for good 7.5 hours if I'm not wrong, and that's a decent time. In fact, it would have gone further, but personally I'm not somebody who would wear foundation for more than 8 hours or so, or a little longer maybe if I'm at a wedding and I'm going to attend the entire ceremony. So yeah, otherwise I am all good. I don't really have any issue with that. The foundation, as it says, it's lightweight. It is lightweight. It doesn't really feel you're wearing something which is very heavy or overpowering on your face. There's no scent as such, and the foundations build up as well. um, it also gives you a very beautiful glow. I think I meant, oh yeah, I mentioned this on my Instagram stories. It gives amazing glow, guys, and I loved how my skin looked, or how it pictured. Loved it thoroughly. And uh, this one thing though, which I've already discussed with the brand as well, and it was very sweet of them to add two more deeper shades to the range. So earlier they had launched 5 shades, and then they introduced two deeper shades in the range, and I'm personally very happy about that. But I still feel that there's a long way to go, and we need more shade inclusivity, and we need to, you know, address the fact that India has so many skin types and so many skin colors, and we need to make a product for each one of them, right? So yeah, but the brand is open to the idea, and they were very positively taking the feedback, and I think that's one step forward towards change, and I highly respect that thing, highly appreciate it. Coming to the end of the video, I think it's a great product. If you can find it on discount, please go for it. But yes, of course, the shade, the undertones are pretty different for each and every shade, so I would suggest go to the store and then pick your shade, because online you might be a little puzzled, you might have your doubts. So highly recommend that go to the store and then pick your shade. Don't just pick it up just like that online. I would recommend that you go to the store. So yeah, otherwise the product is great. The shade that which I personally use, 05 Crazy Brie, I think it's a great match for me. I felt it was a tad bit lighter on my skin tone, but I can manage that with bronzer and stuff. So I don't really have an issue with that. So yeah, overall, love the product. It's great. As I said, as an individual consumer, the price is a tad bit steep for me, but then this is a personal choice. Whatever you want to do, go ahead. I love the brand, I love the product, so from my side it's a thumbs up. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please hit the bell so that you are notified each and every time I'm here on YouTube. And if you feel this video can help somebody, then please share, spread the love. And if you want me to review something specifically or make a video on a certain topic, then please comment down below so that I can work on it. And I'm working really hard to be consistent back on YouTube, and every week at least release one video. So yeah, keep sharing your love so that I'm motivated all the time to put up a video on YouTube consistently. I will see you guys very soon. Till then, bye bye, take care.